Welcome back to DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase Live 2019. I'm here with Michael Sanders to talk about the new Sport Aviation Training Center here at DeLand Airport. So welcome, Michael.
Glad to be here, sir.
Okay, go ahead and tell us a few things about this. How long have you been in operation, and what's your primary purpose? Anything you'd like to tell us?
Yes, sir. Well, the Sport Pilot Training Center just opened 1 November. However, we have been training with Alex Rowinski at the Aventura location for about 2 years. The primary thing we wanted to do was make structured training at an affordable price. Some of the ways we do that, our location gives us a strategic advantage. We're located maybe 30 minutes from Embry-Riddle, so we sort of cherry pick a lot of their CFI. So when you come to us, you're getting Embry-Riddle level instruction at a fraction of the price. And some of the problems that I had, and my wife, when we were both going through flight school, was, I would call it wasted hours. We've invested a lot of money in simulations. We have 3 simulators. We're about to acquire the 4th, because I don't believe it is a reason for you to have to spend $135 an hour to learn how to work an altimeter, a heading indicator, an artificial horizon. So we're able to do that on the ground without the stress of the aircraft. Also, we can do the pre-flight lesson plan. Like if we're going to go do S-turns and practice the flight pattern, we'll do that in the simulator also. That way you have situational awareness when you go. One of the other things we do, when I was going through flight school, a lot of times it felt like the CFIs were just kind of making their program up as we went along. I'm coming from an Army background. I was the head planner for the 82nd Airborne Division Future Operations, so we ensure everything is structured. In the Army, we call it terminal learning objectives. So when you come in for the day and sit down with your CFI, he's going to let you know, okay, today we're going to practice the flight pattern, we're going to practice S-turns, and whatever. You're going to go up and fly. When you come back down, you'll get debriefed. You're going to talk about what was supposed to happen, what happened that day, what went very well, and what we could work on, what improvements we could work, and how we're going to incorporate it into the follow-on training. And one of the training aids that we use to do this is the wing bug. That we'll use the wing bug here because we can see it's recording everything that's going on in the plane. When I say recording, I don't mean recording the CFI and the student. It was recording all of the aircraft data. So I can come home, when we get back home during the debrief, I can show you exactly the flight path we took and all of your instruments that happened in the aircraft. So if we're coming into the flight pattern and you were supposed to be 1,000 feet, I can say, look, you see when you're coming into approach here, your altimeter showed 14 feet and you were at 40 knots close to stall speed. And I found that was very helpful also.
Okay, now when you debrief with Winbug, you can display it to where it's actually on either Cloud or on Google Earth and actually show the student exactly where they were at any given time?
Absolutely. We can show them exactly where they were at and what their instruments were reading at that point.
Okay, now you're a Part 61 school, correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, and how many aircraft do you have? What kind of aircraft?
We have, and I think this offers us another advantage because we have a lot of advanced aircraft. You're not going to have older ones. We have a Paradise, which has a full glass cockpit. We have a Cessna 162, which has a full glass cockpit. We have the Aventura, which has your basic steam gauges, but we also have the wing bug incorporated into it. And we have a Zenith aircraft that we're currently getting a LOTA, a letter of deviation authority, to conduct training on.
Okay, now you're one of the 2 owners of this, and the other owner is actually the owner of Wingbug, correct?
Yeah, the other owner is Alex Rowinski. He owns both Wingbug and the Aventura. So that's another thing that we kind of do here. We manufacture the aircraft, bug, and training. And we're also, one of the things that we're coming up with, I've submitted it to FAA, the 2-day ground course that if you own an experimental light air, you can do your own conditional inspections. So we're going to start offering that in January. We also have a full-service maintenance center because one of the things that I've noticed, especially I have an experimental aircraft, my wife does, there's a lot of A&P shops that don't want to mess with them. We specialize in them because we build them, so we can do your annuals, condition inspections, maintenance, whatever you need done. We can do that here, whether it's light sport or or experimental amateur built. We have a total of 3 AMPs working for us right now. So we're pretty much cradle to grave with whatever you need.
Well, that's good. And you also take outside aircraft for the annuals, not just ones that you've sold?
Yeah, we'll take anybody. If you have an aircraft and you want a conditional inspection or an annual done on a type certified, we can do it. We can also do your maintenance. We can do engine overhauls. We're a full service AMP shop that caters toward experimental and light sport aircraft.
That's a great deal. Now, are you going to continue to grow and get more airplanes or do different things, or how's it going to go in the future for you?
Well, that's something we still got to judge, because we do want to grow, but we don't want to lose our organizational culture, because right now it's very one-on-one. The CFI with the ground school is there with his students, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if we can figure out how to keep that culture while expanding, then we'll do it.
Okay, and if someone already has a few hours but doesn't have a license yet, what can you offer them?
Well, we offer light sport pilot, we offer private pilot, seaplane transition, and tailwheel endorsements. Now, we get this question a lot. Hey, I've got 20 hours flying, but it was 20 years ago. How long will it take me? I don't think there's anybody out there that can really give you an honest answer until they get an assessment. So if you want to come in, those hours count, but you'll go up with one of our CFIs. He'll assess your abilities, your skill set, where you're at, and he'll tell you what he predicts will take, how many hours he predicts it will take you to move forward.
Okay, do you have any designated examiners, or you just use your favorites in the area?
There's one, we don't have a designated DPE, but there is one that we use regularly here at DeLand.
Okay, what else would you like to tell us about your organization?
Nothing, it's just, we kind of go like the gym. It doesn't matter what level you're at. I mean, come to us. There's no intimidation factor here. We're like the judgment-free zone.
Now, once they have their certification, their license, can they come back to you for rental?
Right now, we don't do rental on the aircraft because of the liability. But one thing I do want to let you know that we offer that some schools don't. We have a program that's up to 25 hours for $5,500 for your light sport. That comes with unlimited simulator time, your ground school, your books. The only thing that additional you have to pay for is the DPE, which is $600. Now, the 25 hours, by using our method with simulators and actually one-on-one instruction, we've been able to graduate roughly 90% of our students with those hours. If you want to come back later for a private pilot, we have a package up to 20 hours for $2,500, and we also have a 15-hour package at $2,500 for your tailwheel and seaplane. Now, when I say this tailwheel and seaplane, that's the same package, because the Aviation is a tail dragger, so you'll get both endorsements.
Okay, so you teach seaplane. Are you planning on teaching any private pilot? Do you currently?
No, right now private pilot is the highest level. I don't know if we are, because we want to stay true to the light sport and the experimental. So I think that's what we're going to focus on. There's a lot of general aviation out there, but there's not many people who cater directly for experimental aircraft.
Okay, that's great. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, sir. If anybody's out there that wants to get some quality lessons, they can check us out on the website is thesptc.com. They're welcome to give me a call, and I'll answer questions, or they can come in and see our facilities here.
Okay, and you're at DeLand Sport Aviation. What site are you at in case somebody wants to stop by, get some information?
If they wanted to stop by, the actual address is 813 Flight Line. If anybody's located right by the F-16 at the Naval Museum, and we're suite number 6.
And here at the showcase, what's your site, your location?
We're directly by the Wingbug booth, which is booth number 109.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. And Michael, it was a pleasure to have met you. We got a lot of great information, and look forward to seeing the crowd at your booth here.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you guys for taking the time to talk with us, and have a good show also.
You're welcome. And for the DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase Live 2019, this is Roy Brewer. I'm here with Mike Daniel, and we've got Michael's wife waving in the background off camera. And so we've got 2 more days, or a day and a half worth of interviews left. So with that, see you soon.